What on earth? This is just going poorly. Apparently I forgot how to draw a center line. Okay, I absolutely have no clue how to copy that perfectly onto the other side. Because that's just... Oh, I went too long on over here. Whoops. There. All better. How am I gonna... What? My best guess is fold it in half and then cut it out like that. That's what I'm gonna do. Done. It's officially too cold to go fishing. We're building a huge popper. And you've seen the thumbnail, so you know what it is. You don't know, however, that I've already built one of these. However, when I sent it off to my friend, this is going to Jonas. He'll probably show up in a future video if he comes to Panama. I sent it off to him down in Florida, and it got lost in the mail. Of course it did. It was basswood, which really sucked because it was a really nice piece of basswood. So I'm using cottonwood. I'm using cottonwood from the backyard. Earlier I milled up a piece. It's exactly 8 inches by something inches by something inches. And it's a little bit curvy because I milled it on a bandsaw, so give me a break. Made really weird noises. I'm editing it on my computer. Usually I edit my lure building videos on my phone, but this time I didn't, and it sounds weird now, so... Alright, I glued this base bit back on, and what I did here is I printed this, just flopped it around, and super glued this thing on, so that way I'll have a flat base to do the cutting on. And it should be just about perfect. So we're going to leave this for like 5 minutes, so that way we can have it, we can cut it in half easily. Break off clean. Oh, yes it did. Perfectly. Oh, that's nice. And then these should pull off just fine too. I was wrong. Little bit of a crack if it would focus on anything but my face. Little bit of a crack right there, but that shouldn't be a problem. Chamfers. Crap! I did it again! I forgot to cut the stupid through wire before I cut everything. I feel like I should have taken a lot more off. I'm gonna carve down the edges of the chamfers and we'll see from there. It started out needing to be exact, and now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna eyeball it and make it look right, because it's not, I didn't take enough off the first time, so this is going to be a little bit more eyeball-y than originally anticipated. It's a popper, for goodness sake. I can do that. Didn't record sanding, not because I forgot, but because I didn't want to record it, because it's boring. I bought a new saw recently. Irwin Tools, tiny blade. So flexible, look at it. But it's like razor sharp. So like I poke it or tap it and my fingers stick to it. So let's cut the through wire real quick. We're just starting the through wire with this. I don't know where I put my other saw. What? Found it! I don't know if it got any of that, but we're using a 1/4 inch burr bit. I may not have hit record. We're hollowing this out. Woo! Oh my. Oh, that sucks. That's so scary. Holy crap. Eye sockets and lead holes. And then more sanding. 1/2 inch eye sockets. One relatively deep 3/4 inch lead hole. Really way far in the back. It could use more, but I'm gonna leave it as is, because last time I put more in, it didn't need it. More sanding, which I'm not gonna film because it's dumb. I'm gonna go clear up to 400 grit this time. Because we're sealing tonight. Hopefully it doesn't freeze. I'm gonna set up a dripper over next to the fireplace. It's not tomorrow, it's day after tomorrow. Couldn't film yesterday. Too busy. That's right, I have a life. Popper, big popper. Looks really good. Look at that grain. It does, however, need re-hit with whatever this is, 320. But first, we build the thing that I despise. And as you saw in the last video, last lure building video that is, I have this the 16 gauge wire for through wires. Like this thing, not gonna be a video. I was gonna make them a video of painting them, but like the bigger, it's a lot bigger wire compared to the tiny stuff I've been using. So we build that thing through wire. Straight. I bent it forward a bit because it was a little bit too long for my liking, but harness acquired. Okay, now it's time for me to jam popsicle sticks in here with super glue on them. I finished plugging it all and I carved it all down. The lead's hot. You may be wondering, where'd your little metal bowl thing go? I have no idea. I'd like to know the same thing. Looks like we got a slow drip. I unplugged the wrong thing. I unplugged my heater. Ah! This spot doesn't need heater anymore. I have been molten leaded. Ah! It's attacking again. Stop it. Where's my thing? Ah, found it. Ow! God, it still got on me again. Ow! Lead hurts. It poured very weirdly. I don't know about that. My complete lack of surprise, this ice fishing rod is not popper rated. Okay. We know what the action is. We just need to see if it sits right. Which it does. It sits just how I wanted it to. I know exactly what the action is, though. And I've never failed a popper action in my life. It's really hard to fail. It's a bunch of days later. I have a haircut. I've been working on a separate lure. Always working on a bunch of different kinds of lures. Just finished the clear coat on this jerk bait, but it's a jerk and swim. So it has a joint, and I've used it. It runs wonderful, or I haven't fished with it, but I've used it in the hot tub. I've tested it. It runs wonderfully. Moment of truth. Did it work? I think it worked. Uh-oh, that's not good. It did not work. I didn't let it set long enough. A little bit less pretty. See, it's not quite flush like I wanted it to be. Perfectly filled. Very ugly. Oh, look, it's still transparent. Need to fill that. So that's a lot of UV resin to be lost. And then need to fill that. So I'll get back with you whenever that's done. Done. Not that you can see it. Done. Also filled in the tail. So this thing is ready to paint, but I don't feel like painting right now. So I'm gonna go do something else. It's officially stupidly cold. Popper. Sanded. I did sand it. Didn't record it. Let me know if you guys prefer it with me recording sanding or without. I don't know. But, time for white. I really didn't start recording. Apparently I'm having problems with my camera button this video. And my airbrush, as always. White. It is now white. Okay, continuing with a color I didn't think I had, but apparently I do. Dandelion yellow. I have a lot of it. I really thought I was out of yellow. Huh. Dandelion yellow. Everywhere on the front. Tape reveal. Woo! Okay. Clean lines. Clean lines. That's what we want. Oh. Okay. I'm having flashbacks. Good flashbacks, thankfully. Alright, continuing in between these two lines with white. Very, very thick. The decision has been made to continue the middle section with a paintbrush because this airbrush is just driving me batty. Yes, I just used my table as a easel or whatever they're called. Demasking tape. This shouldn't take off any paint if I did it right. Ahaha! It worked! It worked! Yes! Okay, other side doesn't really matter. See the difference between that white and that white? big. The pants are gonna just be... Okay, so yeah, it's just gonna be like a long brown section with a belt. This. Brown section with a belt. And then I will hand paint... No, not hand paint. Custom paint, at least. Eyes for it. And then I gotta do the tie. I gotta make an arm stencil. I got to do a lot. This lure is a lot of work. Like a ton. We're getting along. Alright, continuing on the pants. Starting on the pants, I guess. With, chocolate sprinkle. Brown. Uh-oh. Well, that's a problem. Folks, I have made it oopsie. Apparently, I didn't try hard enough. And brown got on the white. So we have to repaint that. Ta-da! Sadly, I have to use what I've already started to use, which is the dandelion yellow for the arms. And this dandelion yellow is actually quite old, so it has a hard time spraying. But we're gonna spray the arms right now. And hopefully not screw it up royally. We're gonna have to go until that brown at the fingertips disappears. If it can disappear. And if it can't, I'm gonna have to hand paint it. It disappeared pretty easily. So let's see how well I did. Not very well. It'll look good with the outline on it though. It's coming together. It's a little bit high actually. I probably shouldn't have put it that high. But no turning back now. Arm reveal. Yippee! It looks good. Oh, heavens. It's a lot more centered than that one. That's a bummer. Ooh, I got some yellow on that back here. Well, that's an easy fix. I can just hand paint that over. I need spots everywhere on it with a slightly darker yellow. And I have the old stencil from the first time I made this. Onto the stenciling with a combination of King's Gold and chocolate sprinkle. Okay, I just took a look at the reference picture. And the next deal is the little shoulders, the shoulder area. So for starters, I need to get more white out. I'm gonna have to buy some more white. They're pretty quick. More white out. One of my new brushes, because I'm smart and bought new brushes before doing this. And now we just essentially paint on a shoulder thing. Yippee! Just tiny little shoulder pads. That's all they are. Okay. Outlines. I have a homemade brush for this. There's like 10 strands. Everything gets an outline, for the most part.
have a couple of sacrificial lure eyes that have to go completely white. And then I get to paint all the fancy things over that. All the not fancy, I guess it is. Look at it. It looks real good. Needs his little red tie, but flamenco red for the tongue, and then I'll probably just darken that down with some brown or black. Tongue. Yes, that's gonna get a line. Don't worry. The mouth is complete, the body is complete, I just need to do the eyes and the tie. Airbrush with, whoa, with white and a couple of sacrificial eyeballs. Missed record again, but in the time that I missed hitting the record button, I painted the eyeballs. See if you can see that. I've painted the eyeballs, and I put the tie on. It's a SpongeBob popper. Alright, so with that, let's put the eyes in. I'm gonna have them looking separate directions because he looks goofy like that. This one's gonna be looking backwards. Let's listen for the crack. Ooh, pretty good. Pretty good. I much prefer a pop in than no pop at all. Okay, that one's looking back. This one's gonna be looking forward. Lovely. Oh, one more thing. One more thing. Eyelashes. Eyelashes again. That one's a lot worse looking. That sucks. Well, I'm done. Yippee! I'm gonna clear coat this eventually. It's colder than crap outside. So, I'm not fully... all of this excitement is not just because I finished this lure. It's also because brand new Cast King Recon size 6,000 fishing reel, spinning reel, for my huge jigging rod that you guys saw in the last Panama video where I went to the Pearl Islands. That was my new rod because my prior rod had broke while jigging. This is a 6,000. The other one is a 4,000 or 5,000 maybe. But that's gonna fit my heavy duty rod a lot better. This is probably going to be 50-pound braid, I'd say, all through, and then maybe 10 foot of not mono, the other thing. And I can't find my Sharky anywhere.
You literally looked right at it, you moron.
So I hope I don't have to buy a new reel for my light rod. I also bought a new light rod, the same one that caught the 30-pound Pargo. I bought a new one of those. So we're gonna have a lot more fishing gear. I also, I bought a mask with a GoPro mount on it so I can record effectively while spearfishing. And I bought some really big, long fins in my size. So that way I can spearfish more efficiently. Again, this thing costed me $78, I believe. and it's full aluminum. Full aluminum. Really, really smooth. Not automatic barrel at 6,000, as you can tell. You gotta do it yourself. Get a life. Really nice clickies. This is turned into a real review. It is a real review. I love this. It's gorgeous. Look at the colors. It's like my favorite colors, and it's just so sleek and beautiful. It's a couple days later. My shoulder is injured somehow, and it's sunny. We have the spongebob. Oh, crud. I just realized I forgot to do the collar. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay, now it's done. Right? Oh wait, no. I've also forgotten to do the belt. Holy crud. Okay, now I'm really done. Clear UV resin, just UV resin. No scale or, flakes or anything on this clear coat. It's just a clear coat. And then, along with this clear coat, I'll probably do 3, 4 more. Probably 3 more. Let's go let it spin. It's been a few weeks. SpongeBob is SpongeBob now. He looks good. Now, I need to clear coat it 3 more times and send it off and wait for possible footage to get back from Jonas, and then I can end the video. Yay. Alright, folks. So the end of this video, like the end of the last 3, is taking place in Panama. I no longer have the bait. I sent it out to Jonas, and he got it. I don't know if he's going to be sending any footage of what he thinks of the bait, but what you gonna do? Here, I'll chuck up a couple of pictures here of how it turned out in the little box that I built, kind of custom painted for it. So I think that's the end. I think that's all for the video. If you've enjoyed the video, thank you for enjoying the video. This video has been in the making for 6.5 months, I think. So see, there you go. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. That's right, I have a life. It's attacking again. Lead hurts. Woo! I have made it oopsie. Yippee!